안녕하세요. 저는 음악을 만들고 또 연주하는 박지아입니다.
So the last album I've been releasing in this March is called The Gleam, and it was basically conceived throughout an experience I had in a museum in South Korea. So I had the opportunity to do a concert in a room that was basically a dome, and on the top, on the roof of this dome, there was an opening, sort of faint window that will go all over the roof and leave the light be moving throughout the day within the space. So this was very inspiring for me, and this was one of the reasons why I called my album The Gleam. And yes, basically that was that movement of light was the concept behind this new album. So the big difference I would say is when you play in a regular concert hall, everything is made to have concerts there. So obviously there's a sort of very safe feel, and it's very comfortable because everything works out pretty well and quickly. But when you get asked to play in a venue that is not basically made for concerts, even though it's a bit of a challenge, it's still bringing a very particular atmosphere, and I can play with that atmosphere that is in the room that I've been invited to play in. So museums or churches or places like this are always very great experiences for me. So I think everybody thinks that the mouth organ, so Saenghwang, is very attractive because it looks a bit special, and sometimes the sound can sound even futuristic, and it's quite contemporary looking. So I think a lot of people are very interested, but that's obviously a very old history that this instrument has, and you can find like very diverse ways and sort of versions throughout Asia. So in Chinese it's called shang, and in Japanese sho. So yeah, there is versions of it everywhere, and I think it's quite a particular instrument that you probably will feel like kind of new for like somebody that comes from Europe. So obviously the thing that the most focused on and the thing that takes my mind a lot is music, and it's always been like this, but sometimes I want to empty my mind, kind of think of something else, and usually I like to bake, so I do a lot of like breads and sort of like cookies and cakes, and I think I really like to see the process of making it be kind of like interacting with myself. So when you see like everything kind of taking shape, and you have the result that comes out pretty much straight away, which can be sometimes in comparison with music, which can be a lot quicker, because music can take a long time to have the final result out. So yeah, I think with baking that's the thing that really empties my mind pretty well and fits to my life pattern. And for a long time also I was into doing a lot of sports. But I think these days I do mostly baking to kind of empty my mind outside of music. Yeah. I don't think I regularly dream that much when I'm sleeping, but I would say that if there is something that gets recurrent is when I feel like I have quite a lot of things to think about and a lot of like projects and things going on. Sometimes I have like this sort of feel that somebody pressures me to go forward and do more, and that sort of like pressure is something that's quite recurrent in my dreams in these periods of times. So I think it's mostly because I'm quite I think a lot myself, and I kind of have like self-reflections on things. So I'm quite critical with myself as well. So this is probably the reason why sometimes I get this period where I feel a bit pressured. But that's all. So if I have to think about it, maybe what I would take would be the records I've done. Why? Because I think they are a great archive of my life, and they were made in period of time where They represent what I thought at that moment and what I wanted to express at that moment. So I think they are a very good way to express what I had to express in this world through my life, and they are a great archive of it. And if something that would represent myself the best, I'll probably be my records. And the instruments I've been using are tools. And this is why, rather than tools, I would definitely choose the results of what I've made through these tools. And so this is what I would choose.
제가 지금까지 만들었던 음반들을 가지고 가지 않을까 생각합니다. 그렇지? 맞아? 그렇지? Ciao. Yeah, thank you for inviting me here, Mao Torino. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here, and later I will play my music in here, so I'm very happy, and thank you so much.